Hi, I just want to do a quick tutorial on how to connect to a database using Cardpresso. Let's open up the software. At the moment I don't have the USB inserted into my computer, so this will show you what happens when you don't have it in. The license was removed, the program will run in demo mode. That's fine, I'm not going to be printing now, but if you want your program to be activated, you need to have your USB license in the computer when you are actually working with Cardpresso. Let's go ahead and quickly do something very simple. I don't want to make this a complex tutorial at all. Here I've got a blank card. I've just opened Cardpresso and it's a blank CR80 card. And what I want to do is I want to go to Database, Connect. I want to select Excel file driver. This is connecting with an Excel database, by the way. Excel file driver, next. Just a quick note is that I have all these active because it's now in demo mode where you can test them all out. If you have a version installed, you won't be able to connect to all of them, but for now we can go to Excel driver. The Excel driver works with version XS. If you have Cardpresso XS, you'll be able to connect to an Excel spreadsheet. XXS and XXS Lite are not able to connect to an Excel file. But let's assume this is XS or higher. You go next, you browse for an Excel spreadsheet file. I'm going to go to my desktop. I've set up this little design, this example project. I want to go into databases, and I've got this person database number 1, and it's got these fields in the database, and I'm going to connect to that table with these fields in the database. And I'm kind of just clicking through these because it's all pre-selected correctly. I want to arrange them by Excel row. I don't want to filter any of them out. I want to order them by Excel row, and finished. And now we're connected. As you can see on the right here, we've got person name, position, employee number, person barcode, and I can go through the database, and I have different people in the database like that. So I'm going to go to the first record, and what I want to do is just set up a quick design for this card. So I'm not going to do anything fancy. I'm just going to put in a piece of text. I'm going to say font auto adjust always, and I'm going to say the source of this text is a database. The person, it's going to be this table, and the column is going to be person name. So there we go. I am going to put in another piece of text just below that, and I'm going to say the source is always font auto adjust, and it is also a database link, and that must be the person's position. And I'm basically just going to put in all the info from the database into this card, employee number. There we go. What I can do then is I can quickly grab just a little barcode and say the source of this barcode is a database link, the barcode. There we go, and you can go edit that as you wish. And here comes the tricky part. You want to link a field to the database, so you want to click on database image, or any image for that matter, but I'm just going to say this is my image area, and I want to link this to the database. So what you have to do is you have to create the thing, then you have to click outside and go here to database and find what will be your image field in your database. So I know that person photo is links to my photos, but that's how I explained it using the eMedia. But Cardpresso works slightly differently. So how it works is you have to right click on that field that you want to have your photos, and you have to go down to indexed image and say that the source folder of your images, you have to actually go and tell it where your source folder is. So I'm going to create a new source folder. I'm going to go to my desktop, I'm going to go example project, and I'm going to create a new folder. I'm going to call it photos. Okay, and let's say select that folder. So the photos folder is my folder. Okay, and I'm going to say okay. Close, and now I have to refresh the database, and it's picking it up because there's a link here to where the photo is stored on the computer. So I can flick through this now, and all the photos that I took earlier will be linked to the database. I just want to make a quick note about how to capture a photo. So here I've got a database linked with various people in the database. I could go and on this button and press add new, database record. So I can type in the person's name. Let's say it's Stephen Jobs, and let's the person's position would be CEO or something or whatever. Let's just add a person number, a barcode. I haven't added those links on the card, but then if you want to capture a photo for this guy quickly, you can just double click over there and go to the capture photo field, find the photo, take it, and select it for there. There we go. And then you can save the record, and then it would be saved to the database, as you can see. So I can now go to my database view, and I could say, let's select all of them. And when I click on print, got the correct printer selected, I can say I've got various selection of how to print from Cardpresso, and I could say the range from the start record. I want to print a total of 3 records. I want to print the selected records in browse view. This is browse view, so I've selected them all. This will print them all. Or I can print a conditional print where I say, the person's name, or let's say the person's photo is not null. So saying that if they have a photo connected, print them. If not, then don't print them. And that's about it. If I click OK, it'll print the cards, and that's Cardpresso for you. Quite simple, but